So today we learn how we can access MySQL database using Python. So all you need to have is any Python ID like PyCharm, VS Code. For this video, I'm going to use Jupyter Notebook. I'm going to launch my Jupyter Notebook using Anaconda prompt. So this is my Jupyter Notebook. It has launched. Now to connect MySQL database with Python, we definitely need a MySQL driver. There are many MySQL drivers available, but for this video, we are going to use one of the most powerful, easy to use MySQL driver, which is mysql.connector. And to use it for the first time, we definitely need to install it. I am going to install it. MySQL connector Python. It is going to take 10 to 15 seconds to install it in your system depending upon the speed. Because it was available, it has already been installed in my system. It is showing requirement already satisfied. Now we need to import this package. I'm going to import this, import mysql.connector. I'm going to use an alias as well, so let it be connection. So by the time we have installed this MySQL driver and we have also imported this package mysql.connector, we have used this alias connection to import this package. We need to create the connection object next. So what I'll do, I will take any name. In this case, I'm taking MyDB, and the function to establish connection with MySQL is connect. So this function takes 4 parameters. The first is host. I will keep it blank for the time being. Then the second parameter is user. I will keep all these things blank for the time being. Then we need to provide the password and then the database. And use pure, we need to set it as true. So before going ahead, I need to show you something. We need to pass some values here, right? What are these values? We'll check this. This is my MySQL workbench. Here you can see that the name of the user is root and the name of the host is localhost. It could be different. In your case, the name of the user could be different. It depends on what the name you have given while downloading this MySQL workbench. The next thing is that which should be noted, that there could be multiple users here. In my case, it is just the one, which is by default root. But if you want to connect with some other user, then you need to provide the name for that user here. Here the value should be the name of the user for which you want the connection to be established. So what I'll do, I will put it here localhost, and the user is root, which is by default in my case. The password I have set is 1450, and the database I want to connect is, let me check what all database. The database here in my case I'm going to use school. One very important point to notice here is that every values are enclosed in this double quotes. So even if you have provided numbers, the number format in the password section, you need to enclose it in double quotes. Just execute this cell. It is executed without throwing any error. Let us check that whether the connection is established or not. So I'm going to use is connected function. If it returns true, that it shows it means that the connection is established successfully. I'm going to execute this cell. This is giving me true. So in my case, the connection is established successfully because I have provided the correct user and the correct password, and all these values are correct in my case. Then you can use whatever the queries you want to execute. We will see that in my next video. For this video, that's all. I will just close the connection, my db.close, and execute this. So that's it. Let us revise once again. The very first step is to install the package. This you do not have to do every time. Once you have installed, then further on you can just import the package. So install the package. This is step 1. Then the second step is to import the package. Import the package. This is step 2. The third step is to create connection object. And remember guys, this is going to take these many arguments and these all should be correct. You need to verify it from your MySQL workbench, right? So what I'll do, this is step 3. Yeah, this is step 3. And to check this is not actually mandatory, but just to verify, you can do this. This is validation step. Step 4. And the last is that do not forget to close your connection. So oops. This is step 4. Close the connection. So yes, that's all for this video. I hope you have learned this. You have enjoyed learning this. We'll meet in the next video.